블록체인의 모든 것. 소설앱. So, do you have a plan to conduct ICO market in Korea?
So we have not made any announcements or plans about what typically is referred to as an ICO, right? And so what we're trying to do is we are trying to first build great technology that is actually useful. There are a lot of projects right now that I think are only focused too much on the fundraising, right? And so we've done a fair amount of fundraising, but we're very focused on building out technology and then the overall ecosystem of developers and businesses that can actually build successful decentralized applications. So nothing really to announce around ICO or anything like that. I will also say though that one of our goals is to make it so that our platform is truly global from day one. So Korea is an extremely important market for us. We recognize that Koreans are definitely at the forefront with a lot of things in cryptocurrency and blockchain, whether that's just trading activity with exchanges, but also new projects. We recognize that Korea is very, very important. It's also why Josh recently just went to Korea. I was in Korea a couple months ago, and I'm sure you'll be seeing more of me in the next couple months as well. We think Korea is fantastic. It's really helping push forward the technology and the ecosystem.
Oh, really? Okay. Yes, many partners joined Origin, right?
Yeah.
So which project is the most impressive project?
Oh, so I can't really pick favorites. I think there's different projects at different stages, right? And so we're going to do our best to service all of them. I'll give a couple of examples, right? There's a company called Spin. It's a US-based electric scooter company. We're very close with them as a company, and so they have this existing business already, right? Scooters in 20+ cities, and they have this growing business, and everything's like quite established, right? And we're going to be working with them to do a pilot, right, where we can take some of their scooters and put them on a decentralized application, and then people will actually be able to rent those scooters. So that's one example of a partnership we're really excited about. A little bit more mature of a company. There are other partners of ours that are just getting started, right? They're trying to build from the ground up. They might actually be trying to do a token-based fundraise event themselves. So there's a company called Jolly that are actually already building on top of our platform, even though we're not quite ready to go mainstream yet. But they've forked our code and built a website that basically conforms to the Origin way of doing things. And so they're like much smaller, much earlier, and I think that's really interesting as well. I mentioned Kozaza, they're I think rebranding to WeHome, I believe, but that's a Korean company that's like Airbnb, but for the traditional homes, right? And so we really like the fact that they are taking the initiative, right, to say, hey, blockchain is going to be a very disruptive technology, right? Even people know today, but the effects of it have not actually been realized, and that'll probably take a few years. But a company like theirs is like, let's take the initiative and let's figure out how to take advantage of this technology rather than running away from it, and let's figure out how to make the new business models built on top of a blockchain rather than get disrupted by it in a few years. So I think that's a really interesting case study as well. Particularly for your Korean audience.
Yes, 코가자. 코가자라는 한국 그 프로젝트가 굉장히 인상이 깊다고 해주셨습니다. Okay, what do you think the most promising ICO project besides your project?
That's really hard to say. I mean, there are so many projects out there. Some of them are really good. Some of them are a little bit more suspect. And so I think you really want to focus on the projects that are, really focused on technology, have a really great team, and also, if possible, like a track record of actually building something, right? And so, actually, I'll mention a couple projects that I'm quite close to, both Korean projects, actually. So, Carrier Protocol, which is being run out of Spoka. Those guys, I think, are really, really sharp. They have an established business already, right? Everyone in your audience has probably used Spoka in these retail stores. So I think that's a fantastic way to unlock some of that data, right, and create the right incentives for location-based local advertising. And so that's I think a particularly exciting one for your Korean audience. And then I know actually also NHN is working on some interesting blockchain projects. I don't know how much the details are public yet, but there's a lot of really interesting stuff in Korea, right? And so I've gotten to know, I know the founders of Carry Protocol really well. I also know one of the individuals that's helping run this new project with NHN. And so like when you have the right experienced team members, you have the right kind of like business model fit, and you have the right technology team and the timing, it's a much better potential outcome than some other companies that are just like, they kind of make up reasons to do an ICO, right? So yeah, I would just throw that out there. Yeah.
Okay. Is there something you want to say to Korean investors?
Yeah, again, I'm very, very thankful that we've seen so much support from even the Korean community in its early days. We look forward to spending much more time in Korea, and would love for you to join our community. We have a very fast-growing Telegram channel, but we're also thinking about, hey, maybe it's time we create our own Kakao Talk at some point, right?
Yes.
And so we're very, very excited to be here. We'd love to see folks ask us questions, engage with us on Telegram, or if you do actually want to help collaborate, if you're a software engineer, designer, someone that does partnerships, we do a lot of our work in our Discord channel. So again, open invitation, everything's open source. We think this is much bigger than just a company, and we think there's this longer term vision that we really want to help push forward in the world that I think will make a lot of people's lives better. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. 지금까지 매출을 만나보는 시간을 가졌습니다. 네, 그럼 다음 시간에 또 오겠습니다.